welcome to our Unreal Editor for Fortnite Build Along show. Sit back, relax, and build. I am your host, Tina, and today with me I have two wonderful builders. First up, we have Josh. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself for those who may not be familiar?
Hey everyone, I'm Josh. I'm a creator evangelist for UEFN and Fortnite Creative. So I'm going to be kind of running the show here in the editor today, building out some quests.
Yeah, very, very excited for this one, selfishly, just because I am a fan of all things RPG with a million quests to go do. So this is gonna be great. The next we have Dan. Dan, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself as well for those who may not be familiar?
Sure. Hi, I am Dan Hutnick. I am the live stream operator for things like Inside Unreal and the Fortnite shows. And I also have a history of environment art, and I still dabble in my free time, and are here to watch Josh make some pretty cool stuff. So looking forward to it. Have you ever heard of Shane calling Dan the Van Man or anything like that? That's me. I'm the guy behind the illusion is ruined.
Oh yeah, this is like the official face
Yeah,
reveal
yeah,
on the
yeah.
Fortnite side of things, isn't
Is
it?
this the first face reveal, Dan?
Well, this is the first one for Fortnite side. Yeah, I've been on Inside Unreal a couple
Ooh.
times, but yeah, first time for it.
Secrets out.
Yep,
Secrets
yep.
out.
Yeah.
So yes, today
Everybody, we're
Josh
gonna
is gonna be the
neuralize you at
one.
the end, and we'll forget that this all happened.
You'll remember
You
none
can't
of this. Take notes.
Yeah. The next hour is just going to suddenly evaporate from your mind, but don't be alarmed. It's fine, okay?
Yeah, yeah.
Everybody calm down. It's okay. But yeah, so Josh is going to be the one walking us through our build today. Dan and I are going to be helping to field questions in from chat, as well as just kind of talking along with the process as it goes through, because it can be quite difficult to try and build stuff out while talking as well. So we're going to try and lift the load a little bit from Josh on that end. But if you have questions throughout this process about making quests or any of the things that Josh is using, like the devices that he's using and things like that, make sure you pop them in chat and we'll toss them his way to sabotage his flow, and it's going to be great.
Yeah. I also just want to quickly say for anybody looking, if I'm looking around and don't pay attention to the man behind the curtain pressing buttons and adjusting faders. I'm just trying to make sure that things sound good. So
yes, I'm the one with the easy job today. Josh is going to be building stuff. Dan is going to be running the stream, and I'm here to hang out. So, all right, Josh, I'll toss it back your way if you want to get us started.
Yeah, let's do it. All right. Yeah, so I mentioned today we're going to be doing some quests. I really wanted to get my hands on the Stack Creator device to do some of the levels and the XP stuff, and then also the conversation device. Both those are like relatively new as of the last couple months. So we're going to do some conversations, some Stack Creator stuff, and anything else we can kind of fit in that's like entertaining and will make a nice mini RPG demo. So I got this like level thrown together. I just pulled in the Infinity Blade assets and kit bashed. So we use this as our playground today. Yeah, let's get right in. So
Beautiful playground, if I may say so
beautiful
myself.
playground.
But I am biased towards the Infinity Blade assets. So
yeah, we were talking in the tech prep side of this. So I was like, the Infinity Blade assets. I am very familiar with these, and I thought haven't seen him in a while, so it's good to see him back.
Yeah, Dan clocked me. He's like, this looks so familiar. Is it Infinity Blade? I'm like, yeah, you got me. All right.
It's the kind of thing that only people who've worked with those assets for a long, long time would notice.
Yeah. Okay. I'm pulling in the character device here. You'll notice I have this star icon. That's because I didn't want to redo that all on stream. This is basically just a little icon I have that's going to indicate where the quest is. The reason I didn't want to delete it is because I got some sequences set up to just like make it disappear and reappear. That was the like most obvious way for me to do that. I was gonna have Heather look into throwing some verse together. I'm no coder, but Heather got a little preoccupied, and so I had to make do with my sequencer setup here to remove these stars and make the new one appear. So, yeah, don't judge me.
I like it. No judgment here.
I'm glad that you gave yourself a gold star.
Thank you.
You deserve it.
You do.
Okay. So, we have our character device here. I really like the idea of having like an old Baba Yaga witch as like our first quest giver here. So I'm gonna give her a little idle pose so she is like living and not frozen. We'll give her like this.
Not T-posing aggressively at us.
Yeah. We'll give her just the waiting idle animation. And let the player interact with her. We'll change that to just talk. Right. I think that's good for now.
I love the idea of aggressively T-posing at somebody.
Yeah, of course.
What is the
How
difference
else?
between an aggressive T-pose and a passive one? Like,
It's all in the aura.
Really slow. Yeah.
it's just the shoulders. It's just the position of the shoulders.
Yes, yeah.
And then before we go any further on the NPC, let's get our stat creator playground set up here. We need to like determine how many levels there are, the XP in each level. So let's go ahead and do that. Name the stat name. I don't know. We'll just leave it as stat for now.
Yeah, why not?
So when I was like running through the stat creator before, I named it level, which I thought would be fine, but then level's already a value as a part of it, so then it like when it's referenced it's like level, and so I don't know, I'll just leave it as stat. But the value is going to be our XP. So we'll say this would be for level 1. We'll do 1,000 XP, and the max level naturally we'll put as 60. And then
We must. The classic.
of course. And then for the multiplier, so this is going to be like after level 1 we do 1.5 level. The XP you need to get to level 2 will be 1.5k. So that seems good. Scope. This will just be individual for the player. Always be enabled. The stat color, we'll do like a yellow. Sure. Stat bar, yep. User widget. We're gonna get into making our own widget for this. So we'll just leave it as that for now. And star. Okay. Now, let's hop right into the widgets. Honestly, yeah. So, to do these widgets for the UI, right-clicking, going to user interface, pulling up the widget blueprints, and getting our widget right here. All this level. All right, here we are. I got a preface. I know a little bit about making UI. I kind of consulted with some of our UI guys internally, but this is still very much me just free styling, throwing this together. So this will not be the best. There's a ton of great UI documentation that we've done and like great examples and stuff in there. So I really recommend you guys check that out if you want like a proper flow on exactly how you should be structuring your UI. This won't be that. but I'm gonna end up with something that works. I might have to mess around a little to get to that point.
And early on, that's fine, right? Like,
yeah,
majority of the time, especially early when you're like ideating and things like that, make it work, then make it clean and performant.
exactly.
Pretty, yeah.
Exactly.
Because you could end up spending a lot of time trying to optimize for something, and you're like, oh, that didn't even work, and you throw it away. So.
Right. You get me.
But I will also take this as doctrine.
Oh, right. Okay. I'm pulling a stack box in. That kind of like, as far as I understand, like kind of sets its like parameters and also stacks things together. So that's usually good. I'm going to bring another overlay in, and I'm going to bring an image in. And with this image, we go to our details panel. I already have a texture that I just threw together in Photoshop. There it is. This one. This is what we're going to use for our levels. Then I want to get some text on it. Like another stack box in under our stack box here. And then I'm going to drag another overlay in. And then I'm going to drag text block in. And this is going to be our like big level one. Name it level. And then I'm going to drag another stack box in. And 3 more text blocks.
It's never enough.
And for those who aren't familiar with like what a stack box is, like a text block is pretty self-explanatory.
Mm-hmm.
What is like the synopsis for a stack box?
The stack box, it's basically like grouping these together, but it's also like setting the parameters of which they can like work in. Because UI is so dynamic, I've found that like the stack boxes help make sure things are staying in the right place even when like you're scaling the HUD or the text might be like growing or whatever.
Makes sense.
So like when I have the stack box selected here, I can like move it along our other stack box, and then I can also like change where it is altogether, this group of text, rather than just one by one.
And the way that you're orienting this too in the hierarchy is you're kind of like adding them as parents too, or parenting them to the other things, so they should affect each other and move, which is good.
Yes, exactly. And then I'm naming these so I have a good reference of what each is. So current XP, it's going to be the level of XP that I'm at, and I'm going to link that to our stack creator device, and so it's just going to reference that value there, and we'll set that all up with the like view model stuff. This is just going to be a slash, be like out of, and then this is going to also reference the other one. It's going to be our max XP. So we'll get to that. This is our level. This one's also going to be referencing something, but here we'll just set a temporary number for now. 0, 1. This one we'll do 4 zeros so we can get the size right. And so then we want to get these actually into our image. This is where I don't know if I like am technically doing this part right. It takes a lot of like trial and error, I find. But let's try and figure this out. Because even in the hierarchy that I had before, it's like obviously this isn't what it looked like when I was testing this out first.
I think that's important too, though, right? It's like it's great to get into a tool and like follow a tutorial and be like, all right, if I do exactly what it says, then I get that result. But a lot of the learning comes from like, oh, what does this do? Can I make it do that? No, that doesn't work. Okay, great. I have to find a different thing. Okay, let's try another solution. And actually getting in those tools and experimenting is important.
Experimenting and troubleshooting for sure. Besides, I also feel like as long as it works, then you've already met the baseline, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And like, sure, is there like optimizations and things that you can do for performance reasons? Absolutely, and those are great to do. To discover and figure out. You can do that a lot by finding stuff online, resources like that. Also, documentation's good. Also, looking at your performance and see, oh, my UI is chewing up a ton of my performance. Okay, I need to go in there and make some changes. But if it's within a good bucket and it's within that acceptable margin, then it doesn't really matter as long as it works. It's just when you exceed those.
It does raise the question to me of what do you have to do to your UI for only your UI to be eating up your performance, though? And if anyone knows, please say in chat things you would have to do for your UI to be like really hard punching your performance, because I genuinely think that would be interesting to know.
You'd be surprised. I mean, depending on how UIs are done, in various methods for different engines and stuff like that, because a lot of times they're transparencies on transparencies, and that can get a little expensive. But yeah, I don't think we're allowed to talk about that. I think that's a forbidden topic.
Transparency specifically.
Yeah.
While you guys were rambling there, I actually made some progress. I brought our stack box into the overlay that like the image is in, and now I'm able to like overlap it. So that's good.
Very nice.
Yeah. Padding here.
We do have a couple answers though in chat about
yeah, I'm saying it looks like a lot of like just stacking stuff on top of each other. Canvases within canvases can be really heavy.
All right, so we kind of got our level in the right spot. I do kind of want to make that text bigger, so make sure it's okay with just a 1. No, it's not. See, that was the other thing. Make sure
it maintains position.
Yeah.
Getting somewhere.
Yeah. All right. I'm moving on from that for now. Get these guys in here. I also drag this under.
Someone mentioned that doing all of this in verse is really fun. Unfortunately, our verse wizard is not with us today, but
yeah, good luck getting font size in verse. Let me know when you can do that.
And that's actually a great example though, right, of like using the tool that benefits you the best. Like there's multiple ways that you could tackle that, but sometimes it's easier in something like this, sometimes it's easier in verse, sometimes it's easier straight in C++ if you're working with that.
Yeah exactly. The great thing, and this is what we'll get into now, is like how this hooks directly up with the stack creator. So all right, we want this to be our level, so I need to go and add a view model and find our, I believe it's stat view model here. Yeah, I'll select that, and that's now like a part of this widget. And then down here, I'm going to add a widget level, and this has our text automatically selected. I'm going to select this, I'm going to clarify that it's text. Then I'm going to select this one. I'm going to go to conversion functions. I'm going to go to text integer. Why? I don't know. That's what the UI team told me.
Because
Because it works.
Because it works. That's how it works. And then with the value, this is where I'm going to hook up what this value actually is. And so I hit that chain, and then it brought me here, and this is going to be our level. And so now it's going to be hooked up to our stack creator and always reflect at the player's level there. I'm going to do the same thing for our current XP. I'll create a new widget. Text integer, value, UEFN stat, and this is just value. And one more time for the max XP. And we'll do max value. You can also get like stuff like percentage and icon and stuff in there. But this is all we'll do for this one. And we'll compile it. Save it. Okay. We'll pocket that because I don't want to launch session right now. And we'll move on. And then we'll see it when I do launch session. So let's actually get like a quest going, and then we can launch session and look at how that all interacts.
Perfect.
So come back to our content file here. This is our Baba Yaga character that we'll interact with. And we're going to be using the conversation device today. It's pretty cool. You have two different options for it, or three, I guess, if you want to do custom widgets, which we won't get into, but it's a very similar kind of thing as I was just doing for our level UI. We're gonna do box as the conversation. Radial would be like in Battle Royale when you interact with an NPC. There's like that radial menu at the bottom, and you can select different things. We're gonna do box because we want it to be like an actual conversation. Name is Baba Yaga. And we won't need to show the indicator. And let's get some color in here. White. Gray. And gray. Go to black.
Quick question from chat here that I'm going to throw your way, Josh.
Yeah.
Is they're asking if you can do custom WBPs with Conversation UI.
Custom WBPs, like the widget blueprints. Yeah. Right here. If you choose this, then you can set up your own custom widgets. Right here. Nope, that's the conversation. Oh, here it is, modal widget. You can set up your own there. I believe we have docs that cover that part. But like I said, it's going to be like pretty similar to setting up what I just set up in terms of like the, tree of stack boxes and image and that sort of thing.
Awesome.
Yep.
Another question, because you're so busy focusing, I have to
Yeah.
I have to make it hard mode. Can the conversation device be bound to an NPC so the name and indicator will follow an NPC that's moving?
So I think because you can do like the show name and indicator button nearby, but it's actually, it only shows like on the device itself. It's only linked to this NPC through like, I'm just having the devices talk to each other. But I think if you were to like parent it with the NPC and just have the device like physically follow around them, then you'd get the name and stuff. But worth testing for sure.
Yeah.
But you can also like
Another
always just go custom on it too, and again, just have the device be something that interacts with once you interact with the NPC.
And that's a great
That's
example
awesome.
of just trying it, right? Like,
Yeah.
parent it to it, see if it works.
See what happens. Another question here that I'm going to toss your way, Dan, to give poor Josh a break here. What
Uh-oh.
is the name of the dog? Chat must know.
Oh. This is little Remington. Say hello, little Remington, or Remy as I call him.
The surprise guest of today's stream.
He's really the key to all this. If you don't have a
Yes.
Remington, you're gonna have a harder time doing UI. I don't make the rules.
Yeah.
It's just
It's just how it is.
just the way it is. Yeah, he's a very needy boy, as you can see. Okay.
Okay. I think I got my colors figured out. And then we're going to initiate this conversation when you interact with the character device. That's it for that.
Good forward.
So then to actually get the conversation, you'd plug your conversation bank into here. I have these examples, but let's just start a new one. We'll create new asset. This way, you can also right click in your outliner or your content browser and go to gameplay, go to conversation bank. This is the fun part. You can just create trees of dialogue. So when you right click, you get your like tasks, set up this conversation. The default entry point is self-explanatory. That's where the player would enter into the conversation. Likely, you'd start with speech. Once you start talking, the speech is going to be what the character is saying. And then the response is going to be options for your player. So if you want 2 responses, set it up like that, and then you just type in the response for them to click on it. It's super simple. Now we actually need to like write this here. I was thinking of sending the player on like a fishing quest. The idea being that Baba Yaga forgot to like get fish for her stew or something, and so she needs the player to go fishing. So I don't know. First thing she says probably be like, "Hello, dear."
Cute. Strong start.
You're from here. We won't hop into the quest right away. The player's got to like dig a little for it. And the responses could be yes, no. First time. Speech in. Well, anyway. I'm trying to cook my famous stew, but realize got 2 fish.
I'm curious while you're writing these out as well. Is there a character limit included for these as well?
I don't know. It doesn't disclose that. I'm not sure how the UI would look, depending on how many characters you get in there.
Just literal wall o text.
Yeah, absolutely. Sounds like the responses do get cut off if they are too long, is what I'm seeing from chat here. So that is good
Yeah,
context.
that makes sense. Especially the responses are like much smaller because they're just little buttons. The speech can probably go a lot bigger because that's like the main bubble.
And then to solve that for like the speech, like let's say they had a lot to say, would you then just go speech to a speech to a speech, so that way you can guarantee that it all fits within the bucket?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Do a sassy response to that. Okay. Question mark. Oversharing. Oh wait, I chose speech instead of response.
Baba Yaga could sense the sass and decided to sabotage you.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I was going to give you my pole, but fishing pole. And I want you to do it with your hands.
Do you mind? I can. Grant you reward. Like that. And
One of my favorite things to consider when it comes to especially writing dialogues for quests and stuff like that is because this makes so much sense in a game. Like gameplay sense wise, this makes total sense. Just a random side quest that you can go up and do. But then I like to think about it from like a pulled back perspective of if I was actually just like walking down the street and someone approached me and was like, "Hey, I really need you to go fishing for me because I don't have fish for my stew." And I don't know what it says about me that I would absolutely 100% be down to do that.
Yeah. Sometimes you have those interactions in real life where it's like it feels like I'm being like getting asked to do a quest right now in a video game.
Yes.
Real.
This is
Real.
the side quest. It's real, yeah.
The other one that I like is like when you do a game that has dialogue options and they ask you something, you're like, oh no, this is important. And you just sit there for like 2.5 minutes not saying anything. I want to do that in a dialogue one of these days. Like just somebody comes up, hey Dan, how was your day?
I don't know.
Actually, it was pretty good. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, and we'll give the player 2 options here: to accept the quest or turn it down. And then we'll give ourselves something to actually hook on here by doing a conversation event. Number 1. It's going to be our yes, they accepted the quest, and our conversation event number 2. And that's going to be our no, they declined it. And so that's what we'll connect our device to figure that out. And I'll just save. And go back to here, select our Baba Yaga conversation. And all right, why don't we launch session, check that out. And while that happens, I'll just start getting some of our more boring essentials for this quest in here, like a conditional button, which is going to this conditional button we'll just use to check whether they have the fish. I got the small fry in here. So it's not going to consume it. This is just going to like allow them to move on in the quest when they go up and talk to her. So we will activate this. Talk to her, uninteracted with. This is going to start disabled. And then be enabled once they accept the quest. Enable on game start, disable that. And then enable conversation device on event 1, because that's what we decided was yes. And then we'll prep this for later. Set up the one that actually consumes the fish. And so this is going to be when you actually hand in the quest, this is the device will trigger, take the fish from your inventory and hand them to her. Just, leave these for now. Okay, and then I have this pond over here, which I already set up prior, where they can go fish. And I set the item list to just be the small fries to keep it simple. And I just changed the pool type to device inventory there. Also, while we're waiting, get the reward set up. So I'm going to use the stat power up. So this works with the stat creator. This is how you actually grant XP or levels. So the stat to apply, you see you can actually apply a lot here. Eliminations, objectives, damage, but we're gonna apply stat. Oh, that's why. Let's name it XP. There. Now we're applying XP. And then you can also apply like the whole level if you want. But we're just going to do XP. But I was thinking magnitude on it. We'll give like 1,000 at the first one. I love leveling up. And when you can level a player up like as quickly as possible for that first level, it tends to make the player feel good and go, "Oh, that felt great. I want to keep doing quests so I can level up again." So making that first level really easy is a life hack, usually. It's taking a long time to upload here. It's all my assets.
Yeah. I know this is purely for demonstration purposes. It's not a comment on an ability, but I do love the idea that the fish is like 6 feet away. She's like, I can't bother going over there. But if
An
you
old
can
woman, Dan.
I can't leave my tomatoes unattended.
Yeah. Okay, and this is infinite duration, time to respawn 0, so we can always reference this later. No ambient audio. No one can see it. Eyes to player. I don't actually want them to be able to pick up the physical thing. I would have thought there'd be an option for that, but I'm not seeing it.
Can you do the typical dev thing and just hide it under the level?
Yeah. I hit it above the level for now.
There you go.
That'll work.
Until they like are able to jump super high.
Exactly. They're gonna get a physics object and like launch themselves into the sky just to grab it.
Oh, 100%. Okay, I think that's good, and we are still launching here. I'm gonna restart this. It goes in a little bit of a bugged state there.
I mean, I feel like the classic turn it on and off again has never failed me.
No. Although it's the worst when you turn it off and then it just does the same thing and you realize you really did have to wait that long.
Just go through it all.
And it
again.
restarts completely.
Yeah.
Yeah. To the back of the queue with you.
Yeah.
It is actually strangely annoying though, like how often the solution is just you just need to reboot it.
Yeah. Hey, it works. Okay, we might as well just get our second conversation in here. So I couldn't find, and I would love an answer if anyone has it. Otherwise, this is feedback I'm going to give to the team. But I couldn't find a way to set up like the ability to jump back into an existing conversation. I have to trigger a new one. But the issue with that was there's no on pretty much every like Fortnite device, like I just did for that power or for the conditional button, there's a way to disable it on game start. I couldn't find that on this device here. And so what I ended up having to do was get a trigger, have the trigger start on game start, and send a like, you know, event over to disable this device as soon as the game starts, and then re-enable it once I'm ready for it. So if anyone has a better method there, I mean, I'm sure, obviously, if you like wrote in the verse, that would help. But yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. Find not visible in game. On game start. Do all of those. Activate on game phase. Game start. And so this is just gonna activate immediately, and I'm gonna disable second conversation device right as the game starts. And we'll set up a new conversation. Oh yeah, I got two. All right. But before we go any further there, I think my session has loaded. It has.
Hey.
Let's go.
Yay.
Start this. And we'll just see and make sure everything's in place. Oh, well, see, that's why. I forgot to hook up the stack creator. So in the bottom left, that's the default UI that we do for the stack creator. We are going to override that with what we did, but.
Hey.
All right. Sure, I can do that. All right.
Oh,
So our
helpful.
dialogue works.
I love how simple that was too. Like
Yeah.
we've been here for 45 minutes. You already have working conversation and a temp UI that just needs linked up. Like that's
Yeah. It's
so cool.
it's awesome. I really do like that device. It makes it very simple. Let's get our UI in here. So user widget, that's what I need to hook up here. Right now it's on the default one. I'm gonna put it on our level HUD here. Go back. Start game. Nope, still not
And-
there. This is my life. Starting and ending game until something works.
And in stuff with like this, it's like almost always just like a tick box or
Oh yeah.
a line not connected to an output or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
You just gotta hunt for it.
Try turning that to no. No.
Hmm?
No.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of messages in chat saying hit play, test, repeat. This is the way of the dev.
Mhm.
And it's true of all devs. It's true of new devs. It's true of devs that have been doing this for 15, 20, 30 years.
I might just need to push my changes.
Mm.
Probably it.
It's very easy to develop something in theory, and then
Right.
it's the actual execution where it should work, but it isn't. Why isn't it? Oh, it's this thing. All right.
All right. Well, let's just keep going with our conversation then. Our conversation part 2. So this would be when the player comes back. So we'll do our default entry point. We'll give her a little something. Back. There. Response. Yes. Here it is. Let's give them the option to keep it for themselves. All right, so they can always back out and keep the fish. This, that, and we'll get our conversation events. 1, 2.
Can we make her like unreasonably understanding? You know?
Oh, that's okay. I hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, let's do that.
We're the bad guys here.
We could have done like a cool curse or something, you know, but no. Fine,
but
Dan.
that's
She's just entirely pleasant and polite.
Yeah,
I understand.
Yeah, what you wouldn't expect from the Baba Yaga, just like,
Oh, okay, great. Have a wonderful day.
Well, thanks for chatting with me. Now you're just guilted into doing it. That's what it is.
It's okay. I'll just starve and let down everyone in the village. And...
Emotionally manipulated by Baba Yaga.
I didn't really want it anyways.
That's worse than a curse, honestly. I think I'd rather take the curse than the guilt.
Oh, ... Okay.
Just colon parentheses, just a sad face.
Okay. What should she say?
I hope you enjoy them.
Oh, with the ellipsis too. That's even better.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Feel it.
Yes.
Oh. All right.
She goes from the threatening T pose to the sad T pose after that.
The sad T pose. Yes. Quick question for you, Josh. There's been a couple questions where folks are wondering if they can also add audio and sequences and stuff like that to the dialogue tree as well.
Ooh, so I think you'd have to do that through the conversation event. These are really the only nodes you can use here. And if you had like a conversation event for each one, maybe, and you just hook that up to an audio device. But I don't know. I haven't messed around with it, and so someone might have a better answer.
Yeah, let us know if any of y'all have played around in there.
Is that something that might be a little easier in verse, or?
I mean, you
Depends.
could probably like pair it with verse to, you know, when this happens,
to trigger.
play this.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's probably the easiest way.
Mm.
Okay. Let's see if our
Sorry, there's a chat suggestion for Baba Yaga's response of, "Oh, that's okay. I was going to give it to you anyway."
Oh, there you go.
Yes, yes.
There you go.
I love that. Okay, I'm still not getting my. But I actually don't know why. I'm stumped.
We're here for the real-time troubleshooting.
Yeah, this is part of it.
And this is an important part too, because I imagine a lot of devs, new and experienced, will have issues or moments like this where they come across an area where like, I don't know why this isn't working. And you kind of have to go with a fine-tooth comb and start checking each connection, making sure everything's set properly.
Widget.
Yeah.
Widget in list.
A suggestion from Tom Jank in chat here, thank you, Tom, is you need to turn off the one checkbox in the stat creator, show widget in list.
So, yeah, let's do that. I know for a fact you definitely don't have to, because that's supposed to, yeah.
Mm.
So show widget in list will like put it where we've determined the stat creator UI should be on your screen, and then without it, you're like free to like move that wherever you want. Seem to work either. Thank you though, Tom. I just don't know why, because I think it's set up the exact way it was when I was testing.
Do you still have the other
I do.
stuff? Do you think those are conflicting in any way, where they're both trying to like connect to a same connection point at some point, or?
I think so. But let's pull up my previous thing and just make sure that creator's showing the same. I got many more devices going on here.
Nobody look. Everybody look away.
Yeah. Spoilers.
Spoilers. Yeah, like this is the same.
Some folks are saying try pushing, perhaps?
Yeah, push again when in doubt.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When in doubt.
When in doubt.
All right.
All right.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Just go ahead.
I have this zone set up because I learned you can't really fish when you're in that like top-down mode, because there's like no like there's nothing to like help you aim at the water, so you're fishing just your pole just kind of like goes up to the sky. So I'm moving the character back into normal third person whenever they go fishing. plan.
Makes sense.
I'm in support of the plan. How bad would it be if I was like, no, that's not the plan, actually?
I'm sure there's ways you could like hook up something invisible for like player to aim at, but also the camera changes are cool, so fine. Let's update that text to that comment suggestion.
There you go.
I like this rendition.
There's something about like passive aggressive Baba Yaga that is just very funny to me.
Right.
And then the classic wait for the push. There we go.
Yep, we got a loading screen. That's good.
Hey.
News.
There we go. I call
What's
it
happening?
progress.
Something big is happening right now.
So big. Had to be hidden behind a loading screen.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Please.
A moment of truth.
So excited.
There it is.
Hey!
Looky. Pushing never fails.
Never. Well, it did fail twice, but.
Well, okay, maybe literally, but actually, no. We'll cut it in post, right? Nobody saw that. It was
Right.
first try.
Right. First
Works
push
every time.
worked. All right.
Hey, camera works.
Camera works. Okay. Now let's get this fishing quest complete here. We're gonna need a couple things. And my computer runs a little better when the player's facing the ground in the background.
Less to render.
Okay, so we're gonna use the tracker device as how we're keeping track of these quests. There are a handful of ways you could go about doing this, and the tracker device only has like limited options to track. With Score, you can tend to customize it even more, but you could also just like create your own quest system. For the sake of this live stream, I'm just going to stick to the tracker device. Plus, I can make a nice widget for it, same way I was doing the other one, so it kind of works out. So let's do fished as the stat to track.
I mean, it's not wrong.
No, it's accurate. The target value is 4. We won't assign on game start because we want to assign it when Baba Yaga gives the quest. The tracker title. None of this really actually matters because we're going to make our own widget for it. And go on HUD, do detailed, progress total. Okay. And then we are going to assign this when they pick event 1 in our first conversation, because that was the player saying, yeah, I'll go fishing. So then we'll assign them this quest. And we'll go back and create another widget UI user widget. This one will be for our tracker. And let me make sure I get the order right. Again, great documentation on how to do this. Great documentation. Inspired. This is inspired by documentation, but also I like to move things around very particularly and stuff, and then I feel like I end up not doing it the perfect way. But it's fine. So I'll get my overlay in. I'm gonna do my image. I'm gonna tracker there. This is gonna be our background. I'm gonna rename this background. Bring a stack box in. Overlay. Yeah. And I'm gonna bring our text block in. It's gonna be
You're gonna call it fish fished in this too.
fish fished. Yes, I like that. I'm gonna bring another text box in, or stack box in. It's gonna be there. This will be our title. One more. For current value. So this is the one that the tracker is going to reference. This one is our max value. Okay. I'm going to bring our switch this to desired. There we go. Okay, this is going to be our description. Let's go to our text. Let's say Abe Yaga needs you to or fish or stew. Wait. Change the typeface to medium. A note line of 2. Let's skew this not that much. There we go. 0.2, not 2. And I'm gonna wrap this. Sure. Maybe drop the size. Sure. Okay. Get our title. Fish fished. I like that quest name. Great. Medium.
The fish that we fished along the way.
Stack box. Make the title a little bigger. Big. Sure, that works. And then 0 for now. That's gonna be the one that reference, but this one is 0 to 4.
0 to 4 fish fished.
0 to 4 fished. And change the font on these. I was blind for a second.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. I'm gonna compile that. Save it. Close that out. And I'm gonna hook that into our tracker. Right here, HUD widget. Okay. Push those. While that's pushing, I'm going to get these cinematic sequencers aforementioned. This is what I'm going to use to get rid of the star and put the like complete version in. So I'm going to bring in 3 of these. This one is going to get rid of the star. This one is going to bring up the like complete badge, and this one's going to get rid of the complete badge. One that brings up the star, we will play this function, or this one takes away the star actually. We'll play this function after you interact with the character. Play the one that brings the badge up. Once you've completed the quests, or once you've caught the 4 fish, to the tracker, when complete. And this one will play once you talk to her that second time. Okay. I think that should make our first quest work.
Exciting.
There's no way to know until we actually play it.
I give it a go. Gotta
Now,
fish that fish for
now,
Baba Yaga.
The real question, Josh, is once you do this quest and it works, are you going to give her the fish or not?
Are you keeping it?
Are you keeping the fish?
I want the XP, man.
I mean, fair.
Let's see.
Okay.
Got the level. Sure, I can do that. All right, that works. It's way too big. We'll scale that down, but it works. That's great.
Ooh.
Now, let's go get her some fish. Yeah, see, that's what I was talking about. Once you go into first person, or normal third person, then you can fish. One. Oh, I forgot to hook it to the tracker, so it's not updating.
That fish doesn't count.
No.
That one you get to keep.
Yeah.
Now you get both.
None of these will count actually, but we'll make sure the tracker goes away. Riveting quest here. I recommend making a quest a little more exciting than this. But
hey, it worked.
It went away.
I love fishing in games. Truly. Like, it is one of my favorite things to do. It is in like borderline upsetting amount of time sink that I will put into fishing mini games. So
you know,
this is perfect.
There are people like that. I'm not.
That's okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's all right.
Find fishing boring. Sue me.
Well, what's funny is this.
I will.
What's funny is that this is an encumbrance of your own making. You could have made this quest anything, and you chose fishing.
I did.
He knew his audience, is what happened.
Yeah. Everyone loves fishing except for me.
Well.
Is it immersion therapy? Is that what you're doing here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we gotta make 2 fixes here. Let's grab this and shrink it down half. And we have to hook this up to a view model, just like we did with the level up, except this time we're gonna do the tracker view model. So now I've got that in here. I'm gonna add widget, current value. Add it to. This is gonna be text. And this is gonna be text integer. Man, you guys are gonna be so familiar with this flow after this. Tracker value. And I could have made like this one the target value too, but I know what it is. It's 4, and that's not scaling, so it's fine. File, save.
I feel like I have to add, just to back myself up here. Someone from chat mentioned that their wife actually ranks all games on how good the fishing is, specifically.
I have a similar metric, but it's can you pet the dog?
Ooh.
If
Why
you
can't
can't,
it be both?
it could. It could.
Man.
But specifically for me, that's like the top thing. If I play a game and I try to pet the anything and I can't, it immediately loses a point value for me.
You guys are just listing things that I avoid completely.
You don't pet the dog?
No, because it's just okay. I just find it like usually a waste of time because you get locked into this like sequence, like 5-second, 10-second sometimes sequence of your character just petting the dog.
Yeah.
You'd
Do
like
you feel
the
better at the end of it?
No.
You'd like Hades. If you try to pet the dog in there, he just goes no, and you have to leave. It doesn't do anything.
Right. That's great. I turned down my scalability to medium. I was kind of starting to lag a little bit with Fortnite in the background, so that's why
we're asking your computer to do quite a lot right now.
Yeah, that's why it doesn't look as great. But what matters is that Fortnite looks great, so it's fine. Okay, scaled that down, hooked up the tracker. Oh, let's make it so that you actually get your XP now. So we are going to pick this up. Conversation device event 1. Great. And then let's also get another reward in here. Item granter. Grant the player some gold when they complete the quest. Classic.
Experience and gold.
And gold.
Oh, gosh.
And let's see if there's anything that resembles a stew in Fortnite.
There's gotta be. There must be.
Something. Man. Anybody else not wait for custom items? I mean,
for now, she needs her stew for her acorns.
There's gotta be something.
Was there a ramen? Someone suggested.
Oh
ramen.
yes, this is what I was thinking. Stink sack. That kind of looks like a stew.
Can we do the ramen?
Is there ramen?
No, it was suggested. I'm not sure if it's.
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh, we've been lied to.
We'll settle for the stink sack.
Yeah, stink sack. You know, it's a smelly stew. There's 4 fish in it.
That's true. This is so true. It's
She
lore
just-
accurate.
Just grabs a burlap sack and just starts like spooning it in. Take this one to go, dearie.
It's like sogging
Yeah.
through the sack.
Yeah, you just have like a dripping.
Oh man.
It's a new weapon, is what it is.
Yeah.
Like in Casper, where they like eat all that food and it just falls right through them onto the floor.
Yeah. That's the most
Okay.
horrifying visual.
Yeah, terrible. Make sure this second one plays. So let's do. This is going to, yeah, uninteracted with. So this one needs to disable. And then, you know what? Let's go look at that. Hopefully I didn't need to push any of that.
We'll see.
I'm trying to cook my famous stew. I realized I forgot fish.
Oh,
Getting me
no.
some? Sure.
Hey.
Okay, I do need to push to get new size of that. I take it this isn't gonna work.
Is it?
Yeah, no.
Oh.
Okay.
What I'm learning is she's just incredibly picky about what fish she will and will not accept.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
That's like the final dialogue in her tree. Don't forget to push your changes.
Okay. While that's pushing, let's sparkle things up. Get some.
This comment in chat is so good.
You
Can you
laughing at
pet?
the same what I am?
Can you pet the fish? That's Josh's worst nightmare right there.
20 seconds of you like going
Yeah,
in,
yeah.
20-second
grabbing one,
animation.
petting,
You
And there's
can't
like
cancel it.
back.
There's like
Yeah.
60 seconds of you just trying to get it in the water first, like it's just like swimming around. You catch it, you're like it's slipping like soap.
Yes.
But there's
Yeah.
no interaction that you can actually do. It's just a cutscene. And it's this exact same one every time you go to
Yeah.
do it.
And if
No
you press
variation.
and if you press the button to try to skip it, it adds a loop. So then
That's my nightmare. 100%. All right. We are going to create some VFX here to pop up around the player once they level up, because everybody likes being celebrated by VFX.
No, I do.
if I could change that about my real life world, I would do that.
Anytime
Just
you like
day-to-day?
accomplish something
Yeah,
major, you pay
Somebody
your
com-
bills.
Oh, sparkle. I love it.
See, that's actually a great idea. Have it happen for the things that you don't like so they're better.
Right.
Just like
You went fishing.
yeah.
You pet your dog.
Oh my gosh.
Listen.
Yeah, you don't need to incentivize me to pet my dog.
I bet I don't.
Here's your mortgage is due. Yes.
I'm kind of just messing around with things here. So that's what I recommend you do, to be honest.
I mean, I'm enjoying what you have so far. This feels like a
Yeah.
very adequate sparkle.
We changed the quest from go catch fish to just go pet 4 of them.
Great. That's great.
I was like,
Thanks
this
so
was a
much for
mistake.
doing this, Josh.
Yeah, this was a mistake.
Tune in next episode. How to create petting fish animation. You
Don't let the chat.
Just did one of those.
Yeah, don't let the chat choose the poll, because that will be what
I
we
was about
do.
to say the poll is just going to be that listed 3 times.
So which animal should we pet next, chat? And it's just like 4 lists, different animals.
Let's do start effect at player, stack creator on level up. So now every time the player levels up, this effect will spawn at their feet. Woohoo. Now let's go. We're being really efficient here. You know, throwing devices in while the session's pushing, and somehow they're still ending up in this version. Look at that.
Look at that.
Wow.
That staircase is getting a lot of levels.
Almost a little too small, but
Yep. We need a middle ground.
yeah.
This is a real test.
Hey!
It's updating.
Look at that.
Woo!
Oh.
And even while demoing, explaining what's happening, and troubleshooting, we still got all this up and running in less than 90 minutes. Like, that's
Oh yeah.
pretty
Whoa.
cool.
All right. And she's got the little quest complete badge that I set up off camera. You're welcome, everyone.
Beautiful.
But conversation's not initiating, so I gotta fix that.
Oh no. This just means you keep the fish.
Yep.
Yeah, they're all mine. Initiate uninteracted with. Oh, I got to enable it still. It's going to enable. Which we knew.
Oh,
I guess we should
no.
enable it once they have 4 fish.
There's a pun from chat that I have to make a call out for
Oh no.
Oh no.
because I love it and hate it at the same time. Just it is very efficient.
Oh my goodness.
Banned. No.
I mean, all things considered, Josh, even when there was like some troubleshooting to do, you weren't floundering about, so you got it done.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Wow.
Oh,
I
no.
missed that. Man.
Banned.
He
All
did
right,
it
guys.
so slickly.
It's been
Wow.
good. It's been good.
Wow.
All right, get out of here. You're gonna
Oh.
see like just an empty square in the bottom there in just a moment, and
Oh my god, I can't believe he said that.
Dan,
Okay, I'm done.
Dan.
Done. Done.
All right,
Even
I'm
my-
gonna bring in a little audio player too. We can get like a nice sound effect when you level up. You're not gonna hear it right now because I'm not sharing my sound with Dan. But once we do like the final showcase, I'll switch over and get my sound set up. Just believe me that this is, great.
I do.
All right, good.
Tina will do the Foley.
Yes, yeah. I will be personally doing the sound effects.
Right. Play, not local player, instigating player. And then we're gonna play it. Same thing, stack creator on level up. Boom. Easy as that. Okay. Should be good to try again, and I don't think we'll need to repush based on anything I just did there. Speed ran that conversation.
Wow.
I saw like you ran backwards away from Baba Yaga, so you're just like mad dogging her.
Yeah, I don't know why it did that.
You gotta match the aggressive T pose in your own
Yeah,
way, and I
yeah.
feel like that is
Higher down.
that's it.
I'm getting your fish.
This is true.
Look at that.
Back.
Here
Your
we
fish.
are.
There
Yes.
we go.
Here it
Moment of
is.
truth.
Thank you. Here's your reward.
And I
Did
heard
the
a sound.
Oh,
I did
you
hear a
heard the
sound. I think did that come
Yeah.
through?
Oh, it just played.
I
the
heard
voice.
it.
That's not good.
Did it come through
Uh-oh.
a mic?
Oh my gosh. What have I done? Look at the bottom. I'm just leveling up
Wait,
infinitely.
Yes.
Yes.
Infinite EXP exploit.
Okay. We gotta fix that.
It looks like some tick is on per second for whatever reason.
Yeah. Okay. Find this power up. What have I done? Maybe I do have to just keep it up this. That's probably it. Yeah. Yeah.
How did you reach max level? I caught 4 fish.
Yeah, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
I was nice to Baba Yaga.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Okay. Another thing I wanted to do. Bring in a little fixed point camera. So when you get pulled into a conversation with Baba Yaga, you're actually like looking at her proper. Sure. That works.
I'm good.
I think that's good. I have to go silent there to really focus on this camera angle.
I understand. Cameras are serious business.
It's serious. And I'm gonna add to player. Interact. I'm going to remove from player. Conversation ended. Conversation ended. And okay, what else? Guess we should push. Wait, before I do that.
You change your widget size?
Yeah, increase the widget size. We are serious business here. Every push counts.
Yes.
No wasted push changes.
From 0.5 to 75. Should be a good middle ground.
Yeah. The outline looks okay. I'll save. Right. And the effects didn't spawn on the player. Artifact. You also spawn it up. Why? Now let's push.
And I need to make a formal request that we put in a drum roll for future pushes.
Yeah.
Oh, do I have?
Do I have any drum rolls? Like,
I don't
in my
think I do.
pocket,
I
ready
wonder
to
if I
go?
can. Hold on, I might be able to make this happen. Hold on.
Okay. As a little side thing, I'm gonna Places. I'm gonna add like a wildlife spawner up here. I don't know if we'll actually. That's not a wildlife spawner. I don't know if we'll actually have time to like set up an NPC for it or anything, but I thought it'd be like a cool second quest to do. Like, oh, you know, the church is overrun with boars, so can you go, or wolves? Let's do boars. Can you go clear it out? But I'm still gonna put the boar spawner here because I'm gonna grant XP on every time you eliminate a boar, and then that way we can like have another path to getting XP, so we can continue showing the level up, or we could just keep doing the XP glitch. So I guess either one would have worked.
This is true.
Yeah, all I really need to do there, and then an elim manager. Down to my device section. And target type. Well, we could clarify boar, but we can honestly just do all types. Because you should get XP whenever you eliminate anything. Another one of these. Stat power ups. But we'll do. This is 250. This one up. Manager on elimination. Get 250 XP. What was that? These are good? Okay. Try it out.
Helps to unmute, apparently.
Oh no. Ooh, I love that.
Nice.
Camera looks good. Got applied on game start, which we don't want to do.
We should have a drum roll now, so it takes about 6 seconds, Josh. So I need to know when we're about like 8 seconds off from when it needs to. This is either going to work perfectly or it's going to be comedically out of sync.
It's just my back. It's fine.
It's okay. We get the idea.
Sure, I can do that.
Again, with the aggressive walking away backwards.
Oh, I need some. All right. We're almost there, guys. Also, shout out the fish stick up there.
Didn't even notice that.
I forgot I put that there. I just realized.
Oh, I love it.
All right. Back. Bring the fish with you.
Hey.
Yes, here it is. Thank you. Here's your reward.
Oh.
Yay.
Okay.
So we solved the particles on the character. We did level up, but now we're looping.
Yes.
Now it's looping.
It's still.
It's a really good thing that like I was completely prepared and had like every checkbox, you know, down to the T and never had to experiment during the stream.
No, it's good though, because if somebody else, you know, had an issue, they might not have known what the solution was. So you might be showing somebody exactly what they need to see.
Yeah.
To solve it.
Absolutely.
True.
Also, besides that, everything worked on the first try, so I'm not sure what either of you are talking about either.
Right.
Yeah.
We haven't run into that. If we did run into that, it would be great. Unfortunately, everything's just been perfect. So.
Yeah. You know.
Oh, here we go. Loop. Never.
Oh, forever. Yeah, that'll do it.
Who knew this was down there? Player. That means feet.
And that's a good call out too, though. Like if you're having a result or you're looking for an option, and you don't even know if it exists, that search bar is a good place to do that too. You can be like, oh, this thing's looping. Is there a loop function? Type in loop. Oh, there it is.
True. Very, very true. Okay. Let's I want to get a HUD message in too when you level up, just so we can really maximize how great it feels.
Yes.
You leveled up. No sound, please. Show for duration. Maybe. Color. Top center. All right. Show on level up. Okay. And then I'm also, instead of having this complete once you get the fourth fish, I'm going to have it complete once you hand in the quest. It feels like the player could just forget that they had that quest.
True, especially if they have multiple that they're juggling all at once.
Yeah, exactly. So remove it when they talk to Baba Yaga. Change. Where is it? I'm glitching. There's a setting. Oh, here it is. When target is reached, do nothing. Boom. It took me way too long to find, but we got there. Okay. Feel like don't need to push for that. Start game. Oh, still have it on me? Okay, maybe we do need to push.
When in doubt, push.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, notice these were showing. Want that. I want them to show their name. I think we're nearing the final product here.
Hey, hey. Baba Yaga can finally have her fish.
Finally.
Yes. And we can walk away with our sack full of stew.
And our 1 level up.
Oh, I threw some boars in, so we can go around,
Exactly.
Yes.
getting rid of the boar problem in town and grind levels that way.
I love that we're thinking of options here for our gamers who might not like fishing. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but it's good that we have that.
I'd rather go around shooting arrows at boars any day. Any day.
And what if you could fish with arrows? Is that
That's
That-
more interesting.
that's more
100%.
yeah?
Yeah.
I think that's just spear fishing, Dan. I think that exists.
I guess they're little spears. What is an arrow but a small spear flung by a string?
Okay. Do I still have why do I have this on me? The game's not even started. Let's figure this out. Alright. That player on level up. Maybe I need to start with this device disabled. I think it's just in a bugged state, but I don't know.
Yeah, is there a chance that even though you pushed the changes, it was still running in that state in the background?
Maybe. We'll just have it enable. Yeah, I don't know. Game start. Maybe that'll refresh it at least. Or not.
Mm.
Because I have it set to loop and it's still looping, so I don't really understand. Delete it.
Someone in chat has spawn mode continuous as a suggestion.
It's continuous versus bursts, so I think it's just like how smooth it is. I just deleted the whole device and it's still on me.
Something just not updating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it's not working.
So we did the first one, which is when in doubt push, and now we're gonna do the second one, which is when pushing doesn't work, turn it off and turn it back on again.
Okay. I'll just start a new session. Yes.
Thank you, OBS. Appreciate it.
Oh, I have an OBS update. It should be the last push.
I believe.
I believe too. in the meantime, I'm gonna find a character for this hypothetical. Get rid of the boar quest.
Yes. Who dislikes boar the most?
Maybe someone medieval.
Mm-hmm.
I'll lay out our options here.
Be medieval. We could also leave it up to chat. Chat, pick a number. Pick a random number. And we'll select that NPC. We'll have to give him a second so it can come through.
Just pick any number.
Yeah.
Well, maybe a number within probably the amount of NPCs available to us.
Still too many.
Let's see.
Would sharks want to destroy boars? Trump Senior?
We need guys, we need a medieval NPC here.
Gotta
Okay, pick
fit the
the
theme.
7th medieval NPC.
Okay. I'll bring some out while this session's loading.
We got 39 in chat. Are you going to start counting?
Oh boy. Ooh, this guy's cool.
The cowboy bottom right kind of oak would make sense too.
Oh yeah, sure.
Oh yeah, I could see him giving a quest for handling the boar problem.
Mm-hmm.
We'll deal with the devil here.
We would have quite the lineup if that was the case, because first we have Baba Yaga, and then...
and then Demon.
I like the idea that maybe this is a town full of, like, maybe at first kind of intimidating characters, but they're all just really nice people.
I also like the idea of, like, Baba Yaga giving you the quest to do fish, and then while you're fishing, she just goes off and hunts boar. And you're like, oh, come on, I want to do that one.
All right, this is many options.
Okay, all right,
You're gonna end up with 39 options anyways.
We've got the lineup. So
Okay, from
we'll
left
go
to right.
from left to right.
1, 2,
Left
3,
to right.
4, 5,
Pick a
6,
number
7.
for which one will be our next NPC.
All right, 9 different options there.
We'll give it a few seconds for them to come in with their seeing a request for 4.
Just got it.
I'm gonna cast my vote as either 3 or I think that's 7.
Oh, there's also another 3.
No, I'm sorry, it's 6. 3 or 6 are my
3, 4, 6. The wizard.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
Hey, I'm thinking 3 wins.
We got another
We're seeing
3 in
more
chat.
3s in chat. Yeah,
Wow, the cowboy.
it's the cowboy.
Cowboy.
I gotta go down and wrangle some
All right.
boar.
Well, let's test out our actual main quest here.
Hey, you're no longer sparkling.
No longer sparkling.
This is
That's a
true.
good sign.
Progress has been made.
You like the limelight
Just
though.
Blocking Baba Yaga here.
You're actually getting a quest from your ponytail.
Sure, I can do that. There we go.
No
Fish
way, I'm
it.
busy. Much better size for the quest log.
Yeah, it's a great size. Beautiful. There we go.
Yeah, we can still see it, so we know we gotta turn it in.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Up.
Up.
Yeah, here it is.
Hey,
There we go.
and it happened one time. Beautiful.
Did it.
Did it.
Okay.
Lovely.
Slight issue. The item granter, I realized it's set to erase your inventory when you get the gold, which means you lose your bow. So
You gain a level, but you lose everything else.
one more time. Did you hear the audio there or no?
No, it didn't come through
No,
that
not
time.
this
I
time.
think I heard it through a microphone before. I think
Yeah, that would make
was
sense. All right,
loud enough
let's.
that it.
I'm gonna switch over, Dan, to gameplay now.
Okay, I can hide this for a moment if you want, or
Great.
so we could. Moment of truth.
Yes.
We're really building up the suspense with this.
Oh yeah. Well, we'll get our drum roll in here.
Oh, here we go,
You
here we
worked
go.
So hard for.
8-second lead up.
yeah. I need a moment. Or you can just tell me when to hit it, because you'll be able to hear. Oh no, hold on. I'll make it so you can hear it. And then you'll just be able to. Well, no, because you're not going to know when it's going to happen. That's a terrible. You just have to. You just have to intuit. No, 8 seconds. We're going back to the plan A.
It'll work.
Okay,
It'll
it's
work. It'll work. I
seconds.
believe.
Rid of our other guys.
Okay, that's gonna be great. And even if it doesn't work, I'm gonna respectfully ask everyone in chat to just go along with it like it did. Okay.
All right.
All right.
I'm
We
ready.
able to fade back in?
Yep.
Do it. Okay. Am I getting audio? That is the question. Let's see here. Don't seem to be getting audio for the moment.
Wait.
It also might be something on my end. Give me one more second. We're gonna do a quick. Go back to the hold for just a half second here.
Okay, it didn't happen. Everybody look away. Last 15
Okay.
seconds, it didn't.
Now we got some audio.
You got some audio?
All right. Yep, we solved it.
All right.
Okay, let's fade this. Oh, hold on. Fade this back in. Then moment of truth. We
I don't
now
even know
have-
when to cue the drum roll here. That's
8
the other
seconds
question.
out. No.
8 seconds out from what?
Well, so what? We're doing the drum roll for the level up. Is that what
I
it
guess
is?
so.
Okay, so then
Okay.
Okay.
yeah. So
Okay.
when you're about 8 seconds from clicking level up, let me know.
All right.
Also, give me one more second because we're still, for some reason, not having audio. And I actually think I know exactly what it is. I think I know. Hold on. I can solve this.
Hold on to what?
Your
That'd be good.
pants.
Right.
Hold on to your fish.
Right.
Hold on to your bag of stew, everybody. It's gonna be okay.
Grip it really tight. So that way it is, okay. I need output. Here we go. Okay. Now are we getting? Aha! I think we're solved.
Did it?
All right.
Maybe.
In. Okay.
See?
Okay. Maybe. We got sound. Don't mind me. I'm just verifying.
I don't really know how to make sound here. It's generally quite quiet. Anything? Just emptied a clip into the air.
We have sound.
Let's go. All right. That's how you do it. That's how you test sound, folks.
Absolutely.
All right.
Okay.
Hello, dear. You from here? Yes. Trying to cook my famous stew. Realized I forgot fish. Oh no. Would you mind getting me 4 fish for the stew? I can grant you a reward. Sure. I can do that. All right.
Now we'll do Josh's favorite part of the game.
Oh, I missed it.
You leveled up from missing it, though.
Go! Playtime XP!
Yeah.
Ruin our clip, why don't you?
4.
Just one more.
Do it.
One more fish, everybody.
Before I get called out for just reaching level 1, I don't plan my word count. Alright? Sue me.
No one said anything, Josh.
I was just, I don't know. I don't have the chat open. I just felt it. Okay. Let's get that drum roll going.
Okay.
Okay.
So, is it okay? You ready?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do 6 seconds,
Alright.
and I'm pressing play now.
Okay.
And hit it. Oh, it's pretty close. It's pretty close.
That drum roll is just like one hit.
It is one simple
That's not a
smash,
roll.
and that's it.
That's pretty close.
That
We'll
was
fix it.
not worth the 6-second
Drum
meetup.
roll.
What else does it end with? Like a solo?
No, like a drum roll.
That's what we get for doing it on the fly.
Perfect. It was perfection. I wouldn't change a thing about it.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
You guys are krilling.
Theoretically, we talk to this cowboy and he tells us to get rid of these boars.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Oh, look at that.
You'll see now, like
Ooh,
in that
one
level.
shot.
Yeah, that was kind of cool. You'll see I got 250 XP from that.
That boar was trying to eat the barrels.
Yeah. They want those barrels. They want all the. They want. Boars are funny. Like, look, they go to eat their own brother. Yeah,
They're not
he
picky.
died. Look, he just ate it. Look at them. Like, they want the meat.
And they
Oh
do
my.
it. They do it no, like so nonchalantly too. They're just like, all right, I guess I'll go over there and eat Tony.
I am so horrible. This is a boar problem.
Yeah.
I agree.
Cannibalistic boars. That would be the quest name.
Goodness.
100%.
I just love this slow walk.
And then there we go. We leveled up again.
Hey, look at that. Beautiful.
Well,
Beautiful.
friends, that is how you throw together some quests in UEFN.
It was beautiful.
Thank you.
This was wonderful.
No, and that was like again, that was really. You set that up really quickly. That was good.
Yeah, I mean, we used the conversation device, the new conversation bank system, and the new stack creator device. It all made it pretty relatively simple to throw it together. It wouldn't take long to give this guy some dialogue and initiate the quest, especially now that we've like laid the groundwork for everything. We can just start re-referencing devices. But yeah, once you have these down, then you can just keep going and scale it and build that whole world and get some shops going with the gold that you reward. A lot of opportunity.
It's beautiful.
But, yeah, it's been a good demo, I think.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, this was great. Well, I think that's it for
Thanks, Josh.
everything that
We're good.
we had to do today. Yeah, thank you so much, Josh, for walking us through this and showing us how to set up quests and all kinds of fun stuff, and also just hanging out, having a good time. There was a lot of really fun fun moments in this one. I hope chat had fun too. Had some good laughs along the way. But if anyone popped into the stream partway through, don't worry because we post all of our streams in video format that can be viewed on demand on the FN Create YouTube channel, as well as both the Unreal Engine YouTube and Twitch channel. And if you want to keep up with the latest news or anything like that, you can keep up with FN Create on all socials. And I think that's it. I'm going through the list in my pretty sure that's that for that. And then if any of you aren't already, I highly encourage you to come join the Epic developer community. That is where you can find all of our documentation for UEFN and UE alike, as well as the forums. There's lots of tutorials from both Epic staff and the community as well. Lots of great stuff available there too. If you haven't checked it out, I highly encourage you to do so. But that's everything for today's build along, going over quest systems. Thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out. We already have a theme in mind for our next potential one. So no poll this time around, but next time there will be another poll. Don't worry. So stick around. We'll keep you updated as things go. And anything else that either of you want to say before we wrap up, Josh or Dan?
Thanks for tuning in. Go make some quests. I'd love to see what you guys are working on. Post things online, and I'll tend to see them. I'm very plugged in. But yeah, it's been good. Try out the devices. They are really fun to use if you haven't, and just go experiment. That's how you do it.
Yeah. Go make a pet a dog quest for Josh and send it to him.
Oh, I'll skip that one.
Thanks for coming on, Josh. This is great.
I don't know. Interaction device, maybe make it interesting. That could be cool. But
yeah.
Oh, it's a mini game.
Yeah,
okay.
If it's a mini game.
Challenge has been set. All right.
Perfect.
Well, thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. Thank you so much to our wonderful guests for building the incredible things today and also just hanging out. And we'll see y'all in the next one. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.